Hello, plants, zombies, snapdragons, bonk choys around the world. I hope you're all having a great Christmas Eve. Today I wanted to quickly do a video talking and giving some of my best tips and advice to returning players for Garden Warfare 2. A lot of you guys are coming back to the game after, being away for a while, and a couple of you guys have reached out to me and you wanted me to try and help you guys get back on track. This game is quite big, especially if you've not played it in several years, and it can be very, very overwhelming. So hopefully I can help you out here today with some of my good advice. So drop a like if you enjoy it, be sure to subscribe if you're new, and be sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a future video or live stream. Here we go. Okay, so for the first time in about 3-4 years, you have decided to load up Garden Warfare 2. Yeah, let's set the picture. You are low level, you don't know where to go, what to do, what characters to play, what game modes to play, and you have no idea where to start. Now, first and foremost, I want to say try and remember why you enjoyed the game in the first place. Did you enjoy the game itself, how the game is, how crazy it can be online? Do you enjoy playing with your friends? Be sure to reach out to any of them that still play the game, and be sure to try and figure out why you enjoyed the game in the first place, because that is very, very crucial. Now, the first thing you can do as a returning player is, of course, the most simplest thing in the world, and the most obvious thing is to try and focusing on leveling up. Now, first and foremost, there is no benefit to leveling up. You don't get anything for reaching max rank or anything like that. But maybe set yourself a goal. Maybe try and set yourself a specific level target, or, try and go for max rank if you really want to. Just like I said, bear in mind, there is no reward for getting max rank. It's simply just a number in this game. Maybe that will change in the future, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, maybe set yourself a goal. Maybe try and, different things to keep your game fresh. Now, obviously, leveling up is a big part of the game regardless, and especially if you're not max rank, it doesn't matter either way you're going to level up. But some people might choose to play characters they just enjoy and that are, max level already, which is perfectly fine. If you're one of those people, remember, if you're returning to the game and you want to try and feel out the game a bit more and, memorize and remind yourself of how the game is mechanic-wise and gameplay-wise, play a character you're comfortable with. It's a good way of re-familiarizing yourself with the game and how it moves, etc. And if you're really that worried about going in multiplayer, play some solo games first on the portal. That's always a good thing to do. So yeah, the first thing I would say for you returning players is focusing on leveling up. Now, the next thing you can do is unlocking all of the characters. This, of course, is a very big part of the game as well. It's a very, very simple thing to do, but it allows you, once again, to set a goal. I think that is going to be the main focus of this video, is trying to get you guys to set yourself certain achievements, something you want to work towards. And as a max rank player, I would like to think that having an end goal in this game really does help you enjoy it more. And I'm a gamer that likes to see progress. I like to see myself going towards something and finally achieving the goal that I set myself at the very end. And yeah, definitely set yourself some sort of a character goal. Maybe there's a specific character you want to try and be good at. Maybe there's a character that you try and want to improve on, which is very, very simple. Of course, it could be plants or zombies. For example, to keep the game fresh, I like to make sure that I play characters that I don't normally play. Sometimes I like to play Landscaper. Sometimes I might like to play Count Chompula or Rock P. It keeps my game fresh. There has to be something to keep your game fresh. Now, moving forward, I do want to also say that play with friends. as well. For returning players, it can be very overwhelming to hear all these people talking in game chat, to being by yourself. It can be a little bit lonely, at certain points. Definitely find people that you can play the game with. Of course, this makes it a lot easier and more comfortable for you guys to play an online multiplayer game. And especially a game like this, it is crazy to play by yourself sometimes, and it does get a little bit frustrating. So definitely find people that share the same passion and the same love as you do for Garden Warfare 2. Having people to play this game with really helps me, and I'm sure it would make you guys that are returning your lives a lot easier. Now, another thing I do want to point out for returning players as well is another very big part of the game is the Trials of Gnomus. Now, a lot of you guys would have to wait for the keys, but be sure to grab the Trials of Gnomus keys whenever they're available, and how to get them is through completing the Town Hall events. Now, the Town Hall events happen once a month or once every 2 months, and basically you can do these specific unique game modes at the Town Hall that are online multiplayer, and if you've not yet completed the Trials of Gnomus, be sure to do them, because they are a good side achievement to try and complete in this game. They're very, very fun to do. They're very, very different. And of course, you can also try and go towards unlocking Torchwood and Hovergoat. Now, one thing I do want to say as well is for returning players, especially if you're probably level 20, maybe 30 or above, even if you're lower down than that, it totally applies to you, is completing your sticker book. Now, this is something I feel like a lot of people tend to forget about, is the sticker book. Try and buy every pack. Try and unlock everything you possibly can in the packs, in buying stuff from rucks, in the town hall chests. Work towards your sticker book. Now, this is a goal that I feel like I said, a lot of people tend to forget about, and it really does add something a bit extra to the game. It kind of allows you to, oh, we bought this, we unlock this, let's try and look for this customization now. Maybe there's a specific hat you want, maybe there's a specific tattoo you want, or a weapon skin for a zombie. There's all these different things that you can work towards in terms of your sticker book, and customization in this game is awesome. It always has been. It's a very, very big part of it. And if you like customizing your characters like I do, I highly recommend you try and work towards your sticker book. There's a lot of things to collect. There's a lot of costumes you can wear and try and unlock, and I definitely recommend it. It's definitely a lot of fun trying to hunt down all these specific customizations, and maybe there's some customization clothes and costume pieces that you want so desperately, you turn into a crybaby like I did. Clip is on the channel if you don't know what I mean. We unlocked the army helmet after 7 years of playing this game, and we finally got it the other day. Well, I should probably say last week, and it was amazing. So work towards your sticker book. That is another thing I would like to remind yourself at. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, these are just a couple of tips to help you returning players. Don't be overwhelmed. Enjoy the game, but experience the game all over again. Try and go in with a fresh piece of paper. Try and go in with a fresh palette of paint, and really dive deep into the game as much as you want. Unlock characters, maybe do more for your leveling up. One thing I will say for returning players is try and become a better player than you were last time. Now, a lot of people in this game tend to be, competitive. A lot of people like to go for specific stats, whether it's the amount of first strikes you can get, the highest kill streak. All these different stats are there to show, of course. But if you're a competitive player, don't hold back. Be sure to try and better yourself in terms of the statistics. Try and be a better player than you was last time, and look back in a couple of years and go, you know what, I enjoyed doing that. And I think that is what it comes down to with this game. It really does come down to, just enjoying the game, bottom line, at your own pace. Now, it doesn't matter what you do in this game, returning players and new players included. For new players, I have done a guide on Garden Warfare 2 and how to get started, in my opinion. So be sure to go check that out on the channel. But yeah, there's no right or wrong answer. As long as you're enjoying yourself, as long as you're making some sort of progress, just have fun with it. So hopefully you found these tips useful. Hope you guys enjoyed the quick little video, and I will see you later today for a Garden Warfare 2 live stream. So have fun, enjoy, become a better player, level up, do what you got to do, and I hope to see you on the battlefield in the future.